Immediately following the end of the Civil War, the Southerners were determined to maintain their way of life and their autonomy in spite of the end of the military defeat. They wanted to act like they had won the war. And part of this is because of Lincoln's presidential Reconstruction Plan. Lincoln, his first purpose of the war was to preserve the Union. So he wanted to get these states back into the Union as quickly as possible. And one of the ways he did this was by allowing them to come back in with only a 10% loyalty oath. Only 10% of the population had to swear allegiance. And they had to accept the 13th Amendment ending slavery. Very little else was put on top of this, and after Lincoln is assassinated, Andrew Johnson continued the policy. Southern state governments are reformed after this, but there was no rules telling them how they had to reform the government. So many of them saw the officials that had been fighting against the Union actually rejoin the state governments and then eventually get elected back to the national government. These state governments tried to re-enslave the black population without actually using the word slavery. So they passed what are called black codes. The black codes were simply another way to try to re-enslave the black population. They had rules that said that any freedman that was unemployed needed to report to the local, the nearest plantation and work without wages until they could find a job. And then they'd passed another law that said that the plantation owner was given the right to deny freedmen the ability to travel. And they did this in various ways, but essentially trying to re-enslave the black population without using the word slavery. These states elected former Confederate officials and officers to Congress. This is where we see Southern vigilante groups form, the Red Shirts in South Carolina, the White League, and most famously, the Ku Klux Klan. And they're going to start committing acts of violence against the freedmen. Now, what happens is all of this violence and all of these actions against the freedmen infuriate the radical Republicans in the Congress, who are watching as these former Confederate leaders are trying to act like they won the Civil War. And they're opposing the Freedmen's Bureau. They're opposing the 14th Amendment. And this is what leads to the radicalization of Reconstruction.